Hi everyone, this is Audrey Allison, and I'm creating this intro for my November forecasts just to let you know that there is a technical difficulty and a glitch that I'm going to absolutely blame on Mercury retrograde as my ruler. Mercury rules me, and you'll see that there's a disconnect between the audio and the video on 9 out of 12 of the forecasts, and I'm not sure why because I've recorded them the same way. So I do apologize. If it's hard to watch, I suggest you do it blindfolded. Could be kind of fun. No, you didn't take a handful of peyote and watch them. They're going to be a little out of sync. So I do apologize, but hopefully the problem will be corrected for next forecast in December. And I won't dare bring the computer in to have it fixed until after the Mercury goes direct on November 11th. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the forecast as much as you can, and I'll speak with you next month. Bye. Hey Sagittarius, I'm Audrey Allison, and this is your November 2013 horoscope forecast / taroscope for the whole month. I'm very happy to be here, and I'd like to thank you for subscribing to my videos and for all of your hits and shares and likes. It means a lot to me, so thanks so much. This is my second batch of taroscopes, horoscopes, and really enjoying myself. So let's get right to it. Starting off the month on November 3rd, we have an annular solar eclipse, and this is 11 degrees Scorpio. Now, what this means for you is that this is in your 12th house of secrets and spirituality and deep intimacies and psychic abilities. And having a new moon here and an eclipse, you could find that you're going through some changes in your inner thoughts or your inner world. Well, not so much drastic change, but quiet change, inner reflection. And that's a very positive thing. The new moon could bring thoughts or psychic impressions to you at that time, especially since it activates your 12th house, which is great. You know, like Stevie Nicks said, I keep my visions to myself. Sometimes that's very smart to do. So use that new moon wisely and gather your information and trust your gut because it will be spot on. On November 5th, Venus moves into Capricorn, and Capricorn is your second house. Venus is the planet of love, but it's also the planet of money. And going into Capricorn, going into the second house of money, this is actually an amazing transit because I'd like to say Venus typically moves through signs every month or so. However, this is a rare occasion for Venus because she'll be in her stay in Capricorn for about 4 months, because once she goes in it, she's going to retrograde in it. So she's there for 4 months in your money house, the planet of love and money, going into your house of money. Bang. Sag, this is your time to earn, if there's ever going to be a time. How awesome. You will find that your opportunities could pick up at that time too, because with Venus, I'm not talking Jupiter type of luck, but meshing, when a house fits that planetary transit so well, I just find it can be beneficial. And I'm also pulling this card. I don't know why I just went here, but I'm pulling the Ace of Cups regarding what I'm talking about, and that's finding one's stable purpose and destiny. It's a big card, and I did say Venus is love and money, and this is the heart of love, and the blooming leaves on the grape are representative of finances and money for this card. So I think it's a good combination of the two all in one card that's just kind of validating what that transit will mean for you. Now we have November 7th, Jupiter retrogrades in Cancer. He's been in Cancer since June 26th of 2013, and he will continue to be there until July of 2014. And for you, Sag, Cancer is your 8th house of rebirth and transformation and regeneration and change, and darkness in a way. It's governed by Pluto. What does this mean? It means that this planet, Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion and growth and benevolence and abundance, could be helping you rebirth yourself, in that you, when it's done with the transit in July, you'll feel completely inspired and like a newborn fawn. So I'm not too concerned about retrogrades with Jupiter, because it's such a benevolent planet that even when it retrogrades, it's still giving us blessings. So I think that your eighth house is just stimulated in that you could be investigating a lot of darker mysteries, the secretive side of yourself. You could be into some serious CSI reruns, mysteries, and investigating things about yourself and others. That's Jupiter for you. On the 11th, Mercury goes direct, finally, in Scorpio. We've been waiting for this because right now, currently, we're still in the retrograde as I tape these, and you can bet I've had some technical difficulties through this process. But Mercury going direct at 2 degrees Scorpio, that's also in your 12th house. So you're triggered in that area. Let me see. Yeah, between your 8th house and your 12th house, those are very quiet sectors. They're very secretive, but they're very deep. And they can be dark, but it could just mean that you're probing, you're investigating. And now, finally, with Mercury direct in there, that will be a time where you're maybe able to communicate about what it is that you've been thinking or investigating, because that planet will be stimulating your verbiage and your mind. So yeah, you're highly active in that arena. And I want to go as far as to say, Sag, and this isn't meant to be too morbid, but you could be investigating the other sides of life. You could be just way in advance arranging your own future outside of this life, thinking about maybe how your will should be written, or what would be on your epitaph, things of darker natures, but you're into it. And since it is Halloween, you're getting super spooky. So I think it's just kind of a time where you're willing to investigate that darker side or deeper element, secretive element of yourself. Now we have Neptune going direct at 2 degrees Pisces. Neptune, the planet of illusion and disillusion and dreaminess, is finally going direct. So we have good, positive, direct planetary motion in November for a change. Now, Pisces for you is in your 4th house of home and family and foundation. So you will not be disillusioned any longer. If you were, with Neptune retrograde, it can get a little foggy. You'll now know where you stand regarding your home and who's around you and your environment and how you're living and who's living with you. So that is an absolutely positive transit for that to occur. We need Neptune to be direct because it's wishy-washy as it is. It's dreamy as it is. We don't need it retrograde on top of that. So look for your family life, your home, and who's within the home to be coming more clear to you, structure-wise, and who's coming and going and who should remain. So there could be some changes coming up there. Now we have a full moon, November 17th, just a full moon though, not an eclipse. We have 25 degrees Taurus, and that is in your 6th house of daily routines and work and health. Having a full moon illuminate your health and your routine, shining down on that, means you need to get it in order. Maybe some things were a little lax and you have, put off some structure in that arena to the side. It's now time to really schedule yourself and maintain your routines. The full moon's probably going to ensure that you do so. I'd like to pull a card regarding that as well to see what the cards have to say about that, Sag. I'm getting the King of Swords. Now, this guy is the communicator. He is a clear thinker. He's confident. He's communicative. He wants to take action. Oh, this is absolutely in regards to that daily routine, 6th house sector for you. I think that it's time to implement, come that full moon, some structure, and to be very clear and clear thinking. Oh, also with Neptune going direct, clear thinking, getting your disillusions out of the way regarding the 4th house for you. You have 4th house action and 6th house action in November. Let's see. We also have Chiron going direct. And I'm also pulling this card for you, which is the 3 of Wands, and it's a wave of enforcement, a new beginning. And you see how there's I don't know if you can see it, there's a tiny little eye on this boat. It just means that your subconscious mind will guide you through the waves, through the water, lead you through where you're meant to be. And there's new replenishment for you in November, new forces governing you and guiding you. Where was I? Chiron's going direct on November 19th. I spoke of him, the asteroid, last month, the wounded healer, and he is in Pisces. 9 degrees Pisces he goes direct, and that's also in your 4th house of home and family, and you're healing in those areas. So the structure that you're making there within the home, and these squirrels around me, man, they're just so amazing today. They're going nuts. Anyway, the structure within your home and the people within your home could be switched up, and all for the better. It seems to me that there might need to be a change in that arena. Now we have the Sun going into Sagittarius on November 21st, and the Sun switches signs once a month, so he's there 11/21 through 12/22-ish, 12/21, and that is you. That's when you shine, baby. That's your 1st house of self and personality, and when the Sun goes into Sagittarius, I love it. It's a miraculous time. The fun-loving adventurer that you are. We love you, Archer. And you can look forward to that. Everyone's kind of amped up when the Sun is in their 1st house, because that's just your month, and then you'll always have the new moon that falls in that Sag for you as well. That'll be coming up next month. We'll discuss it. But I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and I hope you have a beautiful November. I want to also thank you again for subscribing and sharing me and helping me do what I do. So have a sweet November and a sweet day, Sag, and I will see you next month. My name is Audrey Alison, and you can find me at audreyallison.com and Audrey Allison Astrology and Tarot on Facebook. Thanks. Bye.